Hello, Pat. How are you, my man?
Hey, Pat. How are you?
Hi, Pat.
I'm doing fantastic.
That's great.
You look great on your Pilates machine, my friend.
Say what?
You looked great on your Pilates machine.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's part of the gym. It's really, I like it a lot.
He heard you the first time. He just wanted to hear it again.
I know.
I figured.
I love this group.
I'm in a good mood, Pat.
Yeah, Pat, did you ever think of being a lawyer?
Who?
Which one?
He wants some friends, Peter.
Pat Dryer. Did you ever consider being a lawyer? Because you come out with some classic one-liners that could, destroy the prosecution.
But how do you know lawyers are telling fibs?
The mouth moves.
Yeah, they're speaking.
Yeah, I heard that one.
I have a heart and morals.
Okay, we'll get off that. Okay, you ready to go? All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Your Next Level Mastermind. This is episode number 70, and our topic for today is quotes that have influenced you. It can be many and varied. There's no doubt about that. Before we do that, those people who are watching the replay, there are people here who are going to contribute not only to that quotes that have influenced you, because this is important. They're sharing what has impacted on them as far as they are concerned personally, as well as their business. But also, they're going to share with you some thoughts about their business in particular. So I'd like you very much, if you're watching this, to click all the links and connect with every single person on this mastermind. It doesn't matter what your area of expertise is, all of these people can help you but in a different way. So please take the opportunity of using the link to introduce yourself and connect up, because you never know what you don't know, right? And it's an important opportunity for you to talk with people who are good at what they do, who are open here to help you, and in a way that you probably have never seen before. It's very important you try that out. So I'm also now going to ask them to do a 60-second introduction to themselves, so you get another idea about them and what they're all about. And we'll start with Pat Dryer, followed by John Allen.
Well, thank you, Peter. Hi, everybody. I'm Pat Dryer, and I'm in network marketing with My Daily Choice. And I help people who want to make money, like right now. And in today's environment, there's a lot of people out there that are just really stuck and uncertain about the future. And with the global economy and inflation the way it is right now, we all have one thing in common. We all have less, and everything costs more. So when I find people who want to make money, I show them how to make money. Anyone can do it just by following a proven, documented system. And it's such a simple process, I can actually draw it out on a napkin for you. But unfortunately, there are many, many people out there who won't even participate in their own rescue. They let their ego get in the way, and they overthink and complicate absolutely everything. They have one excuse after another, and it truly holds them back. But if you're motivated and you're willing to unlearn what you know about making money and learn a new way, we can show you a simple process. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Pat. Can you share a little bit more about the fact that for many people, ego can stop them achieving what they really want to achieve?
Yeah, well, like I said, they just let their ego get in the way, and they overthink everything. And even if you give them a simple process on how to do it, they want to change it, do it their way. Right. There are simple steps to success, and there are people that you can follow that have done it before, and they tell you what to do, but everybody wants to do it their way. So there's a lot of people that don't mind sitting in their own anger. Misery loves company, I guess, huh?
Yeah, good point. Good point. Thank you very much, Pat. Okay.
Thank you.
John Allen, followed by Joy Healy.
Hi, everyone. I'm John D. Allen of Allen Small Business Coaching. I specialize in helping struggling small business owners and entrepreneurs who need to help to attract their ideal prospects, convert those ideal prospects into paying clients, giving them instant cash flow and cash flow that they can build the business of their dreams. Basically, I work with people all over the world, English-speaking countries. And this week, I'm looking for small business owners that are struggling and really want to get their business going and off the ground. Like Pat just said, there's a lot of people out there that get stuck in their own way. They don't want to do things different, and yet they whine and cry that nothing works. This is a proven system. So if you're struggling and you want help, let me know. Thanks, John D. Allen, Small Business Coaching.
Thank you, John. Struggling implies that people that you don't want to deal with are already in business right now, rather than those who are thinking about starting, correct?
Right. I prefer people that have been in business 1 to 3 years. The reason for it is they've got over the honeymoon of I hung up my sign and they will come. They know they need help and they're willing to do something about it.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, John. And for both Pat and John, for those who are watching the replay, the key thing they're giving you a message here for those watching is the fact there are systems out there that will work. And what you need to do is simply implement them. With their help, coaching and support, implement them and have the persistence and the patience to make them work. That is a really important message I have people who are watching grab from these first two guys, from Pat and from John. So thank you, guys. Okay, Joy Healy, followed by Jeff Veal.
Hello, I'm Joy Healy from Norwich in the UK. I help people of 55 and over who didn't plan for a good retirement income, so are interested in making an extra income online, full-time or part-time. The three problems people typically face when starting an online business are lack of technical expertise, lack of time, and lack of money. Sadly, if they lack time and money, it's probably kindest if I explain to them that perhaps the online business world isn't for them. But if they have time and or a small budget, I can help them find an online business to suit their needs. If anyone would like a no obligation chat, contact me on Facebook and please mention Peter's name for a warm welcome. This week, I'm looking for people who struggle to create presentations and ebooks that look professional. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joy. A little bit more about the ebooks that look professional. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I just started using some point and click cloud-based software,
right,
that includes many beautiful images. Although I say it myself, I'm not bad at creating the text for the ebooks, but the standard out there is so excellent with the images, and that's where I fall apart. So this software gives me a background template to start with, and you can add voiceovers or music tracks and output your presentations as video or PDF or embed it in your website. There's also an option to use it as a freelance designer, but I shan't be doing that. I just want to use it.
Okay, but they haven't got to be technical to use it.
No. And honestly, I'm really rubbish at images and things, but I started using it in just without even going through the training. It was so obvious how to use it. And yeah, it's really great. And there isn't a monthly charge either.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm really impressed with that. That's
Thank you very much, Joy.
Latest toy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry, Jeff Veal. Sorry, I'll give you more time. Jeff Veal, followed by Yvonne Jones.
Plus 7 seconds. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff Veal, the business guru, and I'm based in downtown Manila in the Philippines. The biggest problems I solve for people are several. One, we help them buy back time with some wonderful VAs that we have, and the VAs do the donkey and hack work while you focus on the bigger problems. Two, we've got some fantastic software for automation, and that automation also sets you free. You press a button and the work gets done for you once you've set it up. And number three, a big one this week for some of my clients, I've had a lot of clients reaching out wanting to get more leads, and I've had to stop them and say, we're not going to get you any more leads until you convert the ones you've already got. In a lot of cases, I can double someone's business. For example, they get 10 leads and they convert one in 10. All we got to do is convert 2 in 10. So who do I serve? I serve businesses in English-speaking countries all over the world. And this week, I'm looking for anyone who's interested in having a look at a suite of software and getting a 14-day trial on any of 26 different software programs. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Jeff. You mentioned that once you set up the software, it's literally a matter of pressing a button or words to that effect, correct?
Correct.
Do you help people actually set up the system?
We do.
They do it on their own?
If they get stuck, there's YouTube video. If they get stuck, some of it's complicated, and we do help with the complicated ones. The ones that are not complicated, which is the majority of them, they can just do it themselves. But if they get stuck, they just reach out, and my VA does it for them. In fact, sometimes people are just lazy to even implement that. They won't even press the button. We'll do it for them for $5 a day.
Thank you. Thanks, Jeff. Wow. All righty. Yvonne Jones, followed by Markus Neukom.
Hello, everyone. I am Yvonne A. Jones, and I'm located right here in beautiful Central Florida. The three biggest problems that I solve for my clients who are mature female business owners who have been in business for at least 1 year, I help them restore the clarity, the confidence, and the courage that they may have lost because of challenges that they have experienced in their business. And so clarity is clarity on their vision. What are their goals? What's their vision for their business? They lack confidence. Why? Because they are not clear on their message. And I help them to identify who are their ideal clients and how they can attract them so that they can build a strong relationship with them, create memorable moments, and are able to retain them. This week, I'm looking for individuals who want to find a secure place, an affordable, budget-friendly place where they can get training, accountability, and support from me as their coach and from other members in my International Profit Circle membership, which has been going for almost 3 years.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. When you talk about a secure place in terms of this opportunity, what do you mean by that?
It's a place where my clients are able to share. We have different days, 2 of the days of the month, 2 Mondays in a month, basically training with interaction. 1 day is an implementation day, which I also call a productivity day, where you're able to implement what you learn. And the last Monday in the month is like mastermind. It's a mini mastermind. So people feel confident that they can share we're a close-knit family, as it were, and they can share the challenges that they're experiencing. Sometimes they even share personal things, but it's like a very safe environment where you feel very comfortable with a small group of people.
Okay, so it's safe and secure. That's the key issue.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Yvonne.
You're welcome.
Right.
Thank you, Peter.
Markus Neukom, followed by Carol Davies.
Hi, I'm Markus Neukom, the trusted authority on advanced leadership for ambitious managers. I help managers 35 up deal with the following 3 problems: being overlooked, overwhelmed, and overworked. I mainly work with clients from the US and Canada. This week, I'm looking for managers who want to rise above mediocrity and ask, is this as good as it gets? You see, the goal is to position yourself strategically as a solid leader, become a collaborator who inspires others, and who knows how to leverage your resources. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you, Markus. For anyone who is a manager, I mean, how long is a piece of string, right? But anyone who's a manager right now, in particular, as far as you're concerned, they don't have to be in senior management, do they? They could be in middle management. Is that correct?
Yeah. I would say as long as they are 35, they have enough experience in management. I'm not really keen on working with the absolute novices. know, someone who just started out.
Yes.
So that's
So in
why
other
I put
words,
the
you're
35 and
looking
up.
to do, okay, you're looking to deal with managers who have achieved some success but want to go a lot further.
Exactly. You know,
Okay.
rise
Thank you,
above
Markus.
mediocrity.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Carol Davies, followed by Penny Kennedy.
Morning, everyone. I'm Carol Davies. My company is Passion Motivator Coaching Company, and I'm located in London, Canada, actually not very far from John Allen. And I work with stressed, busy women entrepreneurs of about 40 plus to get out of stress and overwhelm because they've lost sight of, what they can do on their own. And I help them develop a personal self-care roadmap to get their dream life. The three major problems that I work with my women clients are on stress, overwhelm, and lack of self-care and self-esteem. They get busy in their business lives, and then everything gets swallowed up. Then there's no time left for them. So I help them find a path to a happy, balanced life.
Thank you, Carol. Just very quickly, when you talk about self-care roadmap, just in one or two sentences, can you tell me what that means?
Well, it's normally in about 4 areas: the emotional, spiritual, the business, and then family. And we identify areas where it's not working, and then we devise strategies to get over problems that are identified, and then go through them, setting goals one by one. I don't do all areas at once. We pick the ones that are the most pressing. And then if they feel, it's about a 4-step roadmap. But we start on one part. If they want to continue doing all of it, that's great. If there's only one area, then we just work on that.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you very much, Carol, for clarifying that. Good. Penny Kennedy, followed by Fred Gillen.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Penny Kennedy, and I am located in a unique border city, Lloydminster, Saskatchewan, Alberta. The 3 biggest problems I solve are weight loss, overall better health, and pain management. I serve most people globally, and this week I'm just looking to connect with you all. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Penny. Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Now that's a pretty good one. Penny Kennedy. Yeah. I've never said that before. Kennedy. Tell me something.
That happens lots.
Tell me, when you are looking to connect with people, anyone in particular you want to connect with?
I'm going to say no, because I love building relationships. I love learning about people, their goals, their challenges in life. So I'm pretty much open to connect with anyone.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Penny. Fred Gillen, followed by Monica.
Thanks, Peter. Fred Gillen. My business name is More Marketing Ideas, and I hail from Melbourne, Australia, and we serve the English-speaking community. The 3 biggest problems I solve, I actually got to talk about my community networking, because what we do is we get people to connect with each other. We get people to optimize their elevator pitch, if you will, so they can learn how to introduce themselves. And more importantly, we get people to learn how to connect with other people so they can drive more business. Who do I serve? I serve small business owners that want to get ahead. So if you want some strategies on online marketing, then I can help you with that. Or if you want to connect with other people in the networking environment, I can help with that. And who am I looking for today? More members for our online networking community. So if anybody, again, wants to do that, my details are in the chat. They can come along to community, try it for 2 weeks, and then make a decision. And it's actually the end of the financial year in Australia at the moment. I'm not sure what it is in the other parts of the world, but I've got a special deal at the moment where you get 50% off membership if you decide to go monthly, quarterly, or yearly. So there's options there if people want to obtain them. Fred Gillen, More Marketing Ideas. That's me.
Thanks, Fred. And would you mind also talking? I mean, I was in a session with you earlier today, my time, and there's a 3-day event coming up that maybe people will be interested in. Could you just talk very quickly about that?
Yeah,
And
sure.
would you put the link to it in the chat?
Yep. I'll bring it up and put the link in shortly. There's a 3-day virtual event where you can attend as a visitor at no charge, and they reckon, and it's like they've got effectively booths the same as you would go to a live event. So you've got the exhibitors have a booth there that sell their wares and show, tell you what they do and what they serve and who they serve. I've got one booth there. I had a decision to make of whether I was going to promote the digital agency, but I decided that I'm actually going to promote the networking community because that's what I want to build up over the next couple of months. So my booth will be promoting that. You can come along as a visitor. It runs from the 20th, 21st and 22nd of July. I will post a link up. If you want a booth there to share your own knowledge and what you do, then you can purchase a booth. And from memory, it's about $600 Australian for the 3 days. So if you compare that with what it would actually cost you to put on a booth at a normal expo, it's probably a tenth of the price. So it's a good deal by all accounts if you want to share your knowledge with a group of people. They expect there's going to be 400 stall holders or booth holders in the environment, and then they will always be bringing their own community, and there's online ads going out for it and all the rest. So they'd hope to get thousands of people, visitors in that will hopefully see my offering, but other speakers as well.
Okay. And you can attend for free anyway, can't you?
Yeah, you can attend for free. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Fred.
I'll dig that up. No worries.
Good. Monica Periade, followed by Pat Kern.
Hi, hello. Hi, everyone. This is Monica Periade, and I'm momentarily this week located in Dubai. I just came from Oman. I am based most of my time in Romania, but I travel around. So I created a concept called Coaching Lives and Anatomy of Happiness Thrive. The 3 biggest problems I solve for people, and actually they solve for themselves, it's elevating their level of self-esteem, overcome self-doubt, and gain more clarity. So who do I serve? I help amazing professional women eliminate self-doubt and be more assertive. Also the youngest, 20 to 25, who wants to, who actually get into a new life from being home to being on their own. This week, I'm looking for anyone who wants to connect and gain more clarity, or just want to have a self-discovery session. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Very quickly, when you say clarity, what do you mean?
Well, let's say we often forget to see the best in ourselves, and we often forget to trust that on our own ability. We just shift from being that brave child to someone with a lot of self-doubt and all that kind of things. And at times we get trapped in a job, in a relation, in a situation, and so on. And we want to gain more clarity of what we want, what is our gift, what is our passion, and how to build a proper mindset.
Whoa. Makes sense. Okay, thank you for that. Pat Kern, followed by Ashwin.
Good morning, social media land. My name is Patrick Kern. I am presently located here in Bellingham, Washington. The biggest problems I like to help people with is health and wealth. With my service, we can do both. With affiliation with My Daily Choice of the products they have to offer. I am serving anybody who wants to get healthy and wealthy in life and get off the couch to enjoy life. to stop the 9-to-5 job. Just get out and do the laptop lifestyle. This week, I'm looking for anybody who wants to join me and my team to enjoy life.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you. You're talking about health and wealth with a smile, correct?
Correct.
Always. That's what you're all about. That's the thing that people will certainly react with. So thank you very much, Pat. Afshin, over to you, my man.
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing good. My name is Afshin Noohi. I'm located here in Markham, Ontario. And I help 3 ways I can help you is with target marketing, like target who you are going after, what type of clientele you want to serve, and the type of message you need to deliver to them or use to deliver your services to them. Also the media, whether it's print media, TV, radio, whatever the media that makes sense for your business. And we guarantee our work. We don't get paid if you don't get results. And I mainly focus on small businesses. And this week I'm focusing more on chiropractor businesses who are making $450,000 and more. I can definitely help you to expand your business. Thank you.
Afshin, thank you. You say that you deal with chiropractors who are basically 450,000 and up, correct?
That's right. Yeah, they're making that much already and they want to grow even more. Yeah.
Are you also saying that people in other industries need to be earning the same amount in order for you to help them?
Yeah, they have to be in the middle of the area. Yeah, they have to make more or less the same amount.
So they're going to be doing pretty well, but they want to get better. That's the point,
yeah,
right?
They are doing average, for instance. They're not beginners, but they are in the middle section, so to speak.
Yeah.
And they want to grow even more and bigger.
Okay. Thank you, Afshin. Thanks for clarifying that. Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Before we start on our topic of the day, which is quotes that have influenced you, I have one apology. That's from Anthony Pacelli. And there may be others, but unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to check out Facebook. So if you're watching and I didn't apologize, so I'm very sorry for that. So without any further ado, I'd like you to put your hands up. I'll take you in the order that you have your hands up. What are the quotes that have influenced you? What are the quotes that have influenced you? Okay, I'm really looking forward to hearing this because we can all learn this now about that. All right, Joy, you were first off. What are the quotes that impacted Joy Healy?
Right. Well, I think the one that's impacted me most is one credited to the American founding father, Thomas Jefferson. And he's said, I'm a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the luckier I get. Mm. Now, I've been lucky all my life. I've come from a comfortable background, but that foundation came from my parents and grandparents before them in a news agency, working 16-hour days in the summer season for 7 days a week. My mum even delivered a paper round on her wedding day.
Wow.
Yeah. Although the family business is no longer in retail, I've followed the same work ethic, and so has my son. In fact, I was preparing these notes just after 1 a.m. and I still have 2 other little jobs to do before I go to bed. But I don't do much in the early mornings.
Okay.
But yeah, so work ethic for me.
Work ethic. Okay. Thank you, Joy.
Thanks.
Pat Dryer.
Boy, I tell you, I can come up with probably 100 of them, but most recently, I would say thoughts become things. And if you can see it in your mind, you'll hold it in your hand. So it's all about the mindset and keeping yourself positive and going forward. And obviously that's a Bob Proctor deal. But the other things that I've had, I always wake up happy, and that's a choice. And as Penny would know, sometimes that's very irritating to some people. But success is a choice. Success leaves clues, If what you're doing isn't working, ask for help. And then to finalize this for you, Peter, your brain will validate all of your beliefs, good or bad. And so feed it well.
Good point. Good point. Yvonne.
Hi, Peter. Yes, I have two. One is secular. I've always loved this quote from the moment I was introduced to it. It's by Maya Angelou, because people's emotions are important to me, and how we resonate with people makes a difference. How, if we create memorable moments, even before I knew the term that we talk about memorable moments, it's how you leave someone feeling is so very important. And this is her quote. It says, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And I've experienced this over my lifetime. I've met people, again, I hadn't seen in 20, 30 years, and they remember something that I said to them, something that encouraging I said to them. I saw this when I worked with Nestle in human resources in Jamaica. Grown men, at that time I was in my 20s and 30s, and grown men would come into my office and would be sharing things with me. And I'm looking at them and I'm saying to myself, why are you sharing these things with me? You could be my father or even my grandfather. And they would tell me, I was married at the time. I said, "Mrs. Jones, I love coming in here and talking with you." And that touched my heart, because I listened and I made people feel important. It's something that was drilled in me from a child, and it's something I've carried forward in my lifetime, and it has served me well, and it has endeared me. Of course, there are some people who don't like me, but it also has endeared me to people and people to me.
Well done, Yvonne. We love you dearly too. Well done.
That's an amazing quote.
Monica, what did you say?
No, I was just saying that that's an amazing quote. It's a good choice to Yvonne. It's really a good choice.
Thank you. Thank you, Yvonne. Markus.
Mine is from Marcus Aurelius, and it's very simple. What is your vocation? To be a good person.
Be the best we can be. Yeah.
It definitely has been my guiding post all my life, to be a good person, whatever that means for everyone.
It made me stop and think about that. It's interesting because, thank you, Marcus. Interesting because my mum was one of these people who everybody loved because she expressed so much interest in everybody else. And like my mum, I love to talk as well. But my father one time said to me, "Peter, I know you love your mum, okay? And she's good at what she does. But here's something you need to think about too." And he said something like, "Silence is the language of the wise." It's not his quote, he got it from someone, but silence is the language of the wise. And that came to mind when you expressed what you just said, Ben, Marcus, about that.
Interesting.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
You're
All
welcome.
right. John, over to you, my man.
I've got three that I use, and the majority of you have all heard the first two. One is, how are you on such a fine, beautiful, upstanding day? This one I adopted in 2002 after the brain aneurysm, because I look at every day as a precious gift. And for that, I'm very grateful. The other one is, I'm super good, but I'll get better. We all have room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
That part, I've been using that one, I think, since 1988, so it's been around for a while. The other one I use, it came from Tony Robbins, and he got it from the Bible. This too shall pass. It doesn't matter what's happening in your life, good or bad, it's going to pass. So you need to be aware of that. So there's three that I work off of. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you very much, John. Well said. Well said indeed.
Actually, Tom Hanks also said, these too shall pass. It's from the Bible.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, John. And thank you, Monica. Fred, over to you, my man.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. In the mid 80s, I had a computer shop, and it's not so much a quote, it's just a plaque that I used to have sitting on the bench when people would come in, and it was on the counter where they would pay. And it basically said, I'm a bit of a bullshit artist myself, but on occasion I give way to an expert, so go ahead. And what it was, it just had my bullshit meter up and running, you know. So it was just an interesting one I thought I'd share.
I'm glad you're so subtle, Fred. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. All right.
No worries, bud.
Carol.
Thank you, Peter. There's one quote that I follow pretty much every day, and it's follow your heart. Nothing is impossible. This is something I learned back in probably my 40s, and I just don't remember where I found that from, but it's become part of pretty much my being, because I used to be someone who held back and was afraid to believe in myself and, tried this, tried that. But then I finally found what really fired me up and made me excited about life. And I thought, this is the way I want to be all the time. And when I'm invested in a project or following something that I want to do, nothing is impossible for me, because I get the energy and the belief in myself, and I just focus and I keep going until I've accomplished that. So it's sort of goal oriented in a way, and it's carried me through a lot of times. And it's just very simple, but the heart is the most important thing.
And it works for you. That's the important thing. Okay. Well said. Well shared, Carol. Thank you very much indeed. Well said. Jeff Field.
Hello, everybody. If I give you my first one, most of you end up hating me. So I'll give it to you anyway. It's a very simple one. Do it now. So write it on your hand, write it on your desk, put it somewhere, do it now. And it works for me all the time. It pisses me off, because I look across, for example, I'll see my plants and I'll say, I should water those plants. A little voice says to me, okay, do it now. So I've got to get up and go and get the water and go and water the plants. And then it goes on from there. I'll see the dishes in the sink. Do it now. Okay. So a lot of little jobs I hate, but the do it now pushes me along, and it makes me more productive, guys. It's quite good. The other one came from a coach. When I was about 40, I had plenty of money. I decided, I heard all these things that even the best tennis players in the world have a coach. So I thought, I've got plenty of money, I'll get a coach too. I'll be a big shot, I'll get a coach. So I hired, a true story, guys, I hired 3 coaches. They all came out of Brad Sugar's. What I didn't realize was Brad was the smart one. The other guys only bought franchises. They had no idea. So I kid you not, guys, within a month, 2 of the coaches I hired, I had them paying me to coach them. Right? True story. And then the third one, I hated him, but I learned this from him, and I kept him for this reason, because he pushed me a bit. And his was, it's a very good one. You don't know what you don't know. And it's so simple and profound. And it's just reality. Every day you learn something, you go, I didn't know that. And sometimes it's the obvious. Peter might know something I don't know, and it comes out, and I think, why didn't I know that? Because you just don't, no one's ever showed you. Moving on, one I used to live by about when I was, once again, around my late 30s or 40s, and it was this, a very good one. What is it? I've got it written down here somewhere. The best ideas come out of the mouths of idiots. So listen to everybody. Listen to everybody. All right. And a bonus one for you guys, eat a frog. And what that means basically is do the toughest task on your list every morning. Do your toughest task first. Then it all goes downhill from there, and it's easy.
That's from Brian Tracy.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Well said. Well said indeed. Ashwin.
Hello. Actually, that's what I do too. I do the difficult task in the morning and get it over with. And that helps me a lot. Then I have the full day to do other things. No, the quote, I'm going to read you the quote is be a lamp or a lifeboat or a ladder. Help someone's soul heal. Walk out of your house like a shepherd. That's by a Persian poet called Rumi. His name was Rumi. So that's what I like to do. I like to help people and be a shepherd to them.
Thank you, Ashwin. Yeah, I love that idea. That's a great concept, shepherding people. It's got a whole lot of connotations you can use. Yeah, thank you very much.
Rumi was referred like a second god, isn't it? There is no one better than Rumi. No one more exclusive.
Actually, just to let you guys an anecdote, I send the email every week to my clients, and every week I have a quote from Rumi going to the clients, and also from Nicholas Taleb. He's alive. He's a philosopher, and I follow him. And his books are very hard to read, though. But I provide 2 quotes of these 2 people every week when I send the email newsletter to all the clients.
Excellent. Thank you, Ashwin. Thank you very much indeed. Being one of the elders in this group, I mean, one of the things that appeals to me and has impacted on me is don't die with the music still in you. In other words, make the most of every darn day you've got. That's what drives me. Pat Kern, testing 1, 2, 3. Are you awake now?
Oh, I just got spaced out there. A lot of good quotes going on here. I got a few of them. One came from this one lady when I was a young lad. Her name was Dorothy Rattimore. She was wiped down, one ass mean lady to me. But she taught me. She always came up to me and said, Pat, I said, yes. Work smarter, not harder. And that stuck with me throughout my life. Then when I got on the tugs, this tugboat captain always told me, he said, Pat, I said, yeah, Cap, a dull pencil is better than a sharp mind, because I always kept on screwing up my navigation. Never wrote stuff down. And another one I really like is, if nothing goes right, go cycling. It frees your mind. I like that. I do that one a lot.
That's good. I like it.
I am going cycling.
Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you, Pat. Thank you very much. Monica.
Oh, so many quotes. And now I have to just limit myself to one. That's hard. But
you can have 2.
Okay, that's good. I'll settle for that. So first, it's the one from Anthony Hopkins from one of his speeches, where he says, believe, 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 no matter what you do, believe in yourself. And I love that. So even when no one else believes in you, believe in yourself. And I love that. It says a lot. And another one, I would say, the fear of, be careful, because the fear of rejection might become your own rejection. And it's in my book. And then the other one, sorry. So I'll pay later for it. In the midst of doubts, find the courage to be you.
Say that again.
In the midst of doubt, of self-doubt, find the courage to be you.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. Good. Thank you, Monica. 3 excellent ones.
Thank you.
Excellent. Yogesh.
Hi, everyone. It's too bad we're limited to only 2 or 3, but I want to say what Jeff said is so true. Just do it now, because if you guys have seen the recent Top Gun movie, Tom Cruise says the same thing to one of his pilots. He's like, don't think, just do, you know? So, but that's not the quote I want to talk about. The most recent quote that really, really shook me, and it was profound, was from my 10-year-old son. He said to me, I don't wake up in the morning to see the sun rise. I wake up so the sun can see me rise.
Wow.
And that really shook me. I was like, oh my God, where did he get that? I really don't know. but that really was so profound to me. I'm like, it really made my day. And the second one I want to talk about is, I think Penny had posted on Facebook about quotes. And I wrote my own quote, which was when I was part of a network marketing company, is every no is more coal in the fire. So every no is more coal
in the fire.
So those are the two quotes I go by.
Wow.
Nice.
Thank you, Yogesh. You want one more?
Yeah, I don't mind. And this one was by Robin Williams. You're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it.
Love it. I love it. Thank you very much, Yogesh. Okay. Penny Kennedy, sitting there quietly, not putting your hand up. I'm going to ask you, what?
I don't really have a favorite quote. I have a couple things that I live by, but not really a favorite quote. One of them that I do quite often is, what's the positive out of this? And just because it makes me stop and look back and pick something good or something I've learned out of every situation, sometimes multiple times in a day, depending on how my day is going. Another one is, what do you want your legacy to be? So if I've done something or somebody else has done something that I feel bad about or even feel good about, is that what I want my legacy to be once I'm gone? And another one is, they don't owe you anything. I'm very sensitive. So when I used to get a no, when I first started, it used to really upset me, bother me, saying, what did I do wrong? I can't do this, that self-doubt and beat yourself up, to really, they don't owe you anything. They can shop at Walmart. They can shop wherever they want. Who are you any different than anybody else? So nobody owes you anything. Enjoy what they do for you and the connection you do have, and run with it.
Well said, Penny. And I could probably add on to that. Don't take anything personally.
Yeah, that's really hard for me. That's a hard task.
It's their problem, not yours.
100%.
And Peter, I put that a different way. It's other people's opinion of you is none of your business.
Well, that's even better. That's even better, Pat. I accept that. Well done. Well said.
Such a hard task for me.
Oh, it can be. It so can be.
But
Anyone
guys,
got one more they want to add before we go?
yes, me. Sorry, Yvonne, go.
No, thank you. I just wanted to share one. Let me tell you, everyone, this was the bane of my existence growing up as a child. I hated it, but I had no idea how profound it was. Everything I did from the time I can remember as a young child, doing well in school, and I would run home excitedly with my grades and everything, my mother would just say, well, let your good be better and your better best. I hated it. But as I grew older, because I never heard very good, and I never got that, I only would hear, well, let your good be better and your better best. But now as I got older, it motivated me. I think it had a little bit of creating that perfectionism though, but I've moved away from that, thank God. But it also motivates me that everything that I do, is there a way to ask myself, is there a way that I can still do it a little better so that it brings better results? And actually that quote I found out as an adult is by St. Jerome. So I thought she made it up, but actually it was a real quote. So I just wanted to share that. Sometimes some of the things we hear, they irritate us and we have no idea how profoundly they can affect us subconsciously.
Your mother and my father think the same. Okay? My father found it extremely difficult, if not impossible, to say well done about anything. Okay? And it hurt. It really did hurt. I remember as a schoolboy athlete playing football, and we were doing pretty well. And I was in the Australian schoolboys thing, and we won this game we're playing against New Zealand, all right? And I was fullback in those days. You probably wouldn't know what the position is, but it doesn't matter. on the field. Okay, I was at the back. At the end of the game, we'd won this game. At the end of the game, my father came into the dressing sheds, and the only thing he said to me was, "You missed a tackle in the first half." Okay, and I did. He was right. I scored 2 tries, but he forgot about that. You missed a tackle in the first half. So my dad and your mum would have got on very well, Yvonne. It made me think of that as soon as you said it. Monica.
Thank you, Peter. I think I just was impressed. I heard it last year on one of Denzel Washington speeches, and I don't know, it hit me. I loved it, very original. You can't take it with you. The Egyptians have tried, and all they got was wrapped.
Right on.
I loved it. It's so original.
That is good. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else?
You're a long time dead.
We are a long time dead. Okay. We are. But don't do that now.
Great quotes, you guys. Beautiful job.
All righty. Thank you very much, everybody, for your contributions. For those who are watching this replay, please make sure that you reach out to the people here. Their links underneath the video. Okay. Reach out to them. Make yourself known to them. They are here to help you, to serve you, and to share their expertise and their experience. Why not learn from those who've been there and done that rather than trying to do it on your own? It was already mentioned here earlier by Pat Dreyer. Don't let your ego get in the way of doing things right, okay? These people are here. They know how to do it. Reach out and talk to them. So thank you, everybody. I'll see you this time next week, okay? Take care.
Bye
for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.